I'm excited about this segment.
Yes.
I really am, because these are things that we use. When we were making this list of our 12 favorite apps, they're apps that we literally use every day.
Every day.
We're going to do 12 hacks, apps, and habits.
Our goal is to help you get more done in 12 weeks than most people get done in 12 months. I'm going to start with my absolute favorite, and it's a tracker. I have a firm belief that which is measured can improve. If you don't measure it, you can't, the science, right? If you don't measure it, you don't know where the improvement was. You have no idea. There's literally no baseline to say, oh, this is improved. Well, how do you know? You don't know where you started. It's one of those things that I use, and even if you don't use it right away, or if you're not perfect at it, there was one time I hit gym, and then 3 hours later, I'd gone to the gym, I had dinner, and I was back home in the office. I realized, I wasn't at the gym 3 hours. Every once in a while, you won't be perfect at it, and that's okay. But just get into the habit of using a tracker, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're a busy mom and you're an entrepreneur. You find out where your time is spent. And two things that I like about this is, number one, you find out sometimes you're spending time in an area that you can delegate to someone else who can do it better, faster, right? We talked a little bit about this with personal shopping. Costco, Amazon Prime, Bonds, Rouse, wherever you are, there's probably a shopper that can do all of that for you. Saves you a ton of time. Driving is another thing that you find. So that's one of those things that if you track it, right, find out, and then we have conversations. Well, how can we reduce this? How can we carpool with another mom? And she drives Monday, you drive Tuesday. The other thing too is I track when I'm doing video marketing, when I'm doing social media marketing, when I'm doing client work, when I'm doing work for me, when I'm doing sales work, marketing work, content development, book writing, and then I literally know exactly where my time is spent. And then at the end of the week, I have a weekly report, and then it shows me where, and I put dollar signs on activities that make me money. So I look at where's my money-making activities and where is my, say, recoup time. So in sleep, I actually put that as sleep recovery. Mm-hmm. So it's rehabilitation, like rehabilitating my cells, my body, my mind, filing all of my thoughts in the day.
Talking about sleep and recovery, my favorite all-time app is the Calm app. It's called Calm. And we actually used it yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I forced her to use it. Right before we got ready to shoot, we said, okay, we needed a little re-energizing. So the Calm app. And I use the Calm app with my whole family. My kids go to sleep with it. I meditate with it. They have books on audio for sleeping. It's going to give you a daily 10-minute meditation that's just going to kind of ground you. It does for me. So it is not a free app, but they do have a free version. And the Calm app, to me, is so worth it because you have to recover. Mm-hmm. You have to re-energize. If you're not taking time for that, if you're not taking a brain break, you're doing yourself a disservice. So don't get overwhelmed. And I'm talking to you moms because I know you're like all over the place. Stop and take a breather. Mm-hmm. All right, next app, go for it.
Stop and take a breather. Stop and track your time.
That's right.
Efficiency. Calmness. The next app I love, use all day, every day, is Asana. And she and I used to use Basecamp a long time ago, and I still pay for Basecamp because I had put so many systems, so many SOPs, standard operation procedures for those people that are not in the corporate world. SOPs are a list of how an activity should be done. It's such an organization tool. If anything ever happened to me, or if I'm running the company and I want to sell it, people can run the business just the same way I did it, or do video editing the same way I did it. So when I do start delegating, there's a system for it. So Asana is a great task project manager, and every project I have, book writing, there's a project for it. If it's marketing, project, content development for social media, project, video marketing, editors, all of that, there's a project for it. And then every task you list, you have subtasks, which is also great. And then when you're working with other people, you can have people follow that specific task. So every time something's being updated on it, they're getting the update. If you want to increase your efficiency and your productivity, I highly recommend Asana. It's way better than Basecamp.
And sometimes you and I work very different hours, but we're working on a project together.
Right.
And with Asana, we can really keep track and kind of say, okay, here's what I've been working on today. Here's what you're working on today. And we really get stuff done that way.
Yep.
And I also use it for my family, actually. I have a board for my family to show my kids have Asana on their phones. They're getting used to accountability and what they need to get done. And that way I don't have to nag them. It's my phone. It's Asana nagging them.
So then if you're married, you're not nagging your spouse.
Right. And then if I ever want to sell it, sell my family, it's all right there.
See, she's learning. I like it. Efficiency.
Which takes us to Perfect 365 is an app that I personally use because I'm not 25 years old for photo editing.
Shut up.
I know.
You
crazy.
totally look 25.
I know. Crazy, isn't it? One of the things that I don't care for on Instagram and some of these other sites is when people look way too fake, right? They
Facetune app.
They change the shape of their face, they change their eyes. Well, Perfect 365 is a great app because it's very subtle. Do you have the ability to do that other stuff? Yes, you do. But they have some settings. I just go in there real quick and kind of get rid of the sleepy under eye bags, right?
Especially if you haven't had any sleep the night before filming.
It's kind of my little secret, and I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say, yeah, I get a little bit of help from my Perfect 365 app, and it's just a quick little cleanup.
Amy's secrets revealed.
That's right, Perfect 365. All right, next.
Yeah, Slack or Discord. Slack is a great messenger app. It's if you have a team, if you have outsourcing agents in another country, you're able to communicate with them, even get on the phone, get on video. So it's a little like Facebook Messenger, or it's a little like your text on your phone or WhatsApp, except Slack also keeps track of all of the documents. You can share PDFs and reports, and it keeps everyone in communication on the same page. Well, so highly recommend.
I was saying it's nice because you can have different channels, like a tech support channel. You can have you got your customer service, you've got your things that need, and people can be in multiple channels. So it's like, hey, let's see who is dealing with what, we have a general channel, or water cool if you want to gossip, a water cooler channel.
Yeah,
so
basically it's a simulation of a corporation where you share some stuff, or did you see Got last night at the water cooler? It allows people to still chat and get to know each other. Right. You like that part, the relationship building.
I love relationship building. And that also takes me to Zoom. Zoom is amazing. So Slack and Zoom, one of the other things about these apps is that they're great to be able to use with overseas teams. So if you're like, I need to talk to somebody in another country, or I need to chime in here or there, you get on a Zoom and you actually can do video. You can see somebody in, wherever. It's crazy. It's awesome at what technology is today.
I almost sometimes hate it.
Well, I don't use my video a lot unless I have Perfect 360. Yeah, I don't use video on Zoom unless it's prepared, unless we know. So if you ever do a Zoom call, it's a Zoom call. It's an audio call. But here's the really cool part is you can do screen sharing and you can record on there. So if it's something that we need to show you, or if you need to show somebody else on your computer, it's a simple screen share. Yeah. And you can use it on your phone. You can use it on your computer. You can record it. You can do chat in it. Zoom is amazing, and it's inexpensive.
One last thing I use Zoom for is when I do video testimonials for clients and collect reviews for them. We hop on a Zoom call, super easy. I have a lot of elderly clients that give a review for one of my clients, and they have no problem with it. So super easy tech-wise.
It is super easy, yeah.
The next thing I use in conjunction with Zoom is Otter. So Otter is a transcription app. So back in the day, you always had to use a person to transcribe. Then Rev came out. Like within 24 hours, you would get your transcriptions. We still use Rev for different documents or clients. However, for personal use, when we do things that we just want recorded, like, that was a great meeting, we said some really cool things, let's get it transcribed. Well, Otter will transcribe up to, I think, 500 or 600 minutes for free every single month. So you just upload the Zoom call, and then for video production, we'll throw it into Otter, we'll get it transcribed for super cheap, if not free, and then we write the script of what we need cut out of the video for video editing. So it's a great video production tool as well, or any type of notes that you want to take, or last and most importantly, if you're writing a book, you can speak it and then have Otter transcribe it, and now you've got a conversational book that you didn't have to actually type or write.
Right. Yeah, Otter's awesome. And then that takes us to beauty video. And I'm not just all vain or anything. I'm talking about Perfect 365 and beauty video. But no, beauty video, if you do a short video on your phone and it's dark, or you don't feel like you look your best, just run it through beauty video. And beauty video is so simple. I've never seen anything so simple. Like literally you open the app and it says load video, you load video and it brightens everything up automatically. And this is not for big edits, this is not for trimming or clipping or any of that. This is simply just to brighten it up and make it look good. So it's beauty video on your phone.
So if you do a video spontaneously, you're out there and you're maybe a girl or boy who typically wears makeup and you didn't put your makeup on that day, it kind of just...
It doesn't give you
It's almost like it puts powder on your face, right?
It's not like some of
For
those...
me, it takes the Italian oil off my face.
There's like cam video where you can add makeup and it looks bizarre and all, but
no.
Beauty video just kind of makes you look,
It's almost like your perfect 360 for pictures, but for video. So I was really happy when she showed me that.
All right, Fiverr.
Fiverr is one of my favorite apps. Your favorite apps.
I love it.
Probably used it for 5 years at least.
Oh my gosh,
when it first came out.
I don't remember when.
I think we used it when everything really was $5 for a gig. Now it's like
they
$55.
didn't have anything
Yeah.
And nothing over $5.
So it's where you go. We will outsource really all of these little projects. And then there's so many people who just do any gig for $5. So if you want a thumbnail for your YouTube video, if you're trying to be a YouTube star, $5. If you want to say turn it around in less than 24 hours, you give them another $5 gig, you get it done in 24 hours. Graphic design.
You have so much on there. Voiceover work. You can do
video editing.
Yeah, fonts, logos,
logo design,
anything.
Yes. Yeah. So if you're in startup mode for business, definitely get on there. That's your first VA, virtual assistant. If you're in growth mode, go in there to start delegating. When you see on A Tracker what you should be delegating, go to Fiverr and start delegating the time-consuming tasks that are not making you money but need to get done. Content calendar, uploading things, social media. Go to Fiverr.
Oh, absolutely. Love Fiverr. Okay, Canva. Which takes us to Canva. So you can have somebody on Fiverr do your graphics for you, do your Facebook header, your YouTube header, all of that, or you can use Canva. Canva is super simple to use. I love Canva, and you can do it on your phone, you can do it on your computer, and what's really cool is if you get their pro version, which is, I think, like $12 a month. It's cheap.
It's not expensive at all.
But once you create a graphic once, it'll resize it for all the different social channels. I know how to do Photoshop. I love Photoshop. I love graphics. But Canva, I go in there and I'm like, that was it? Like, that was so easy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Huge time saver.
Absolutely. So
and when you think about how much you spend for someone to do graphic design and graphic art, and then to resize it all, it's hours. So use Canva, worth the whatever, $15 a month.
Absolutely worth it for Canva.
Especially these days when there's so many social media.
Yes, now these last two, we have two left.
Yes.
2 apps left, and these are fun ones that we use on a regular basis, and one is Spotify. So what's your favorite thing on Spotify? What do you do on Spotify?
I like being able to create custom playlists or follow other people that have a custom playlist of music that I like, because I don't have the time to create some of the playlists, so I just follow people and go, oh, everything U2, or see, I know anything I say is going to date me, so give me an updated artist. Like Taylor Swift. Like, you know, when I'm in a Taylor Swift mood, I follow someone that has put a compilation. I also have what I created, MBO music, years back, where it's music for when I'm working. So it's in the office. Yes. And then I just add songs to our favorite songs.
And see me, I love, before I do a video or before I'm going to go speak or anything like that, I put on my motivational speeches playlist. There's a motivational speeches playlist. And I get pumped up. And then I do listen to podcasts there more than iTunes, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
I don't know why, but I've recently found that I'm like, man, for me, it just seems simple.
Yes.
So I listen to podcasts, motivational speeches, and then of course I have my meditation music on there as well. But do you know who's really good at playlists is my daughter, Juju. I listen to her. She has a road trip playlist. She has one called Powerful Playlist, and it's all female artists, and it's really, really good. Mm-hmm.
And she's how old?
She's 9.
9 years old, motivational playlist.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. And the last one is our very favorite. It encompasses health, it encompasses fitness, it encompasses relationships, community.
It has a gamification component, which I like, competition component. It has a trackable component.
Oh my God. It's like all these
data points on this particular, absolutely our favorite hack, app, and habit.
3, 2, 1.
Peloton!
We are both avid Peloton users. We both have the Peloton bike.
Yes.
We're actually about to get the tread at home. And
shut.
We are. Mike's getting the tread.
Didn't know that.
If you don't want to invest in a bike yet because you're investing in your business, which is very smart, then get the Peloton app, because you can use the app. You can be part of the community without actually having the bike. But let me tell you, that bike at first was like, do we want to spend that money on a bike? Worth every single penny, which is why we're getting the tread.
It's a gym membership for your home. That's
It
the
is.
other thing that I thought. Like at first it was, a bike app, and you would ride on the bike, and then you would ride with friends. So when she's in Vegas, I'm in California, we can ride together. And there's a video chat option, so you have to be willing to be all sweaty and breathless. But we've had really good brainstorming ideas on the bike.
I didn't think I wanted, because we don't do video on Zoom because we don't want people to see you with the lobster claw and all. I thought, there's no way I'm turning video on Peloton. There's no way, because you're all breathing hard.
Yeah, sometimes you can barely talk.
But the hour goes fast.
Yes.
It's hard to ride an hour by myself.
Yeah.
But with you, we talk, we laugh, we kind of stop, and I find out I'm actually doing more.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting a lot done.
You can also high-five people that you don't know and make friends and follow people.
Did you know
it's like a social media app as well.
There's a couple that just got married that met through the Peloton. She moved across country. They met on the Peloton through the video.
This, for me, is one of the best studies in tribal marketing ever, because of the tribe that Peloton users, and you said, like, there's one that you joined, the Swexy Peloton, Swexy Swarm. My friend Barb, it's Barb in New York City. She had the Power Zone. She's ridden, I think, 800 rides already in 2 years, so she's like next level. She's a power, I'm like, you are a beast, Barb. I'm not at her level yet, but there is a Facebook group for every type of Peloton user.
There's Peloton
in fact,
moms.
you created
Pelopreneurs. For the entrepreneurs who have Peloton, and then there's the Peloton moms, and then there's Pelotons for Christy, and there's like all different things. There's the Power Zone pack, the Power Pack.
Yep.
There is the Swexy Swarm, which is my absolute favorite, very uplifting, motivational. And here's a really cool part. There's also the official Peloton group. Mm-hmm. But for us as entrepreneurs, it's a way, when you're working at home by yourself, this is a way to communicate, to build that tribe of people that also are like-minded.
Yeah, you connect with people from everywhere.
I mean, as a matter of fact, just this morning I told you that it's the 1-year anniversary of my BFF Peloton friend, a gal that I haven't met in person.
Right.
But she has sent gifts to my kids. My son has sent her dad a video because he went through some of the similar things that my son had gone through. And a real-life connection through a bike.
Again, that's that connection. There are real connections through these
tribes.
Apps, through tribes, through Facebook groups, through any type of social media group. I think some people think, that's your fake friends. Like, it's real connections, it's real friendships. Right. And again, we love Peloton because it not only holds us accountable to work out and tracks it, it also brings community of like-minded people, right? It's all people that want to work out.
So much more than a bike. It's weird.
It is. It is.
Really.
And it's not just biking. So by the way, it's also meditation. There's meditation apps, yoga apps, strength training. So I have since got a bench and weights so that I can actually do some of the weight training when I don't have time to go to the gym.
And they have running, they have outdoor audio apps for Peloton, and then they have the tread now.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to get the Peloton, but certainly the Peloton app, you can do some of the exercise and workouts, and you don't even need the bike. You can just go on a bike ride.
And if you're competitive, they have challenges. I'm not competitive.
I think I'm on silver. So it's how many miles you ride and then how many times you ride.
That's right.
And it's like 15 rides is
this month is
bronze.
50 miles, yeah.
So I'm going for more than that. That's just bronze.
Right.
I'm going for the 150 mile. I'm going for gold.
So it's a lot of fun. But there you have it. Your 12 hacks, apps, and habits in more than 12 minutes.
More than 12 minutes. But that's because we got so excited on Peloton. I think we were doing so fine until we started talking about our favorite tribe.
So please drop us a line and let us know if you are just so offended we went over 12 minutes.
Or if you love that we gave you more than you expected. Thanks for watching. By the way, we are not sisters, although we've gotten that assumption forever, and especially in Vegas when people are drinking late at night. One time, a guy was like, "Twins?" And we're like, "Come on, how drunk are you? Like, we look alike, but we're not quite twinsies." Right?
I was talking about behavior and your personality style and things like that. When we're writing these down, I'm like, this is one that you're really good at, that you love, and this is the one that I love. And what we discovered was that all of yours were what?
About productivity, efficiency, and making money, I think. Right?
Yes.
Right?
And mine were all about being calm and being pretty and getting things done
Oh,
So,
the aesthetic.
The
Everything
aesthetic.
making
It was
things
like the
prettier.
science and the art.
And if she doesn't, I make her. Like, where's your, oh, a butterfly. See, this is our ADD squirrel, butterfly. That's beautiful though, right? You're glad I pointed it out.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
Thanks for watching. I'm just gonna do another version if we want to do this for YouTube.
Yeah.
So, if you like these, if you liked our
Our 12 hacks, haps, and habits. There's no H on habits. Habits? 12 hacks, haps, and
There
habits.
is an H on habits.
It's not like
It's not habits like in Costello.
or like rabbit.
It's a habit. Get in the habit of getting
Hack, app, and habit. That's
habits.
fun.
It is.
You know what? We're like, wow, that's a really fun name. Well, there's a reason nobody's done it. Because you can't say it. Sometimes when you think you have a brilliant idea, it's really
There's a reason no one's doing it.
there's a reason no one's doing it. 12 hacks, apps, and habits.
So if you liked our
Hacks, haps. If you liked our 12
hacks, apps, and habits, please put a comment below on your favorite app, or habit.
to make you happy.
You know what to do. Definitely subscribe if you think we're wackadoodle and you want us to prove that you're not as crazy as you think. I think sometimes people watch people who are crazy, so they go, I feel really normal right now.
Right.
They're way crazier.
You're saying that I thought it was.
Yeah. Yep, train wrecks. Yeah, I think that's why gossip, they're like, oh, I'm not. Like reality TV, I think people watch it because they feel good about their lives. Because they're like, I'm not that crazy.
At least I'm
My
not
life's not that bad. Oh my gosh. Tell us if you agree if you're still watching. Thanks for watching. This is Internet Amy.
Coach Deb.